You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count all the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So here the Bucs backed up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3rd and long. 3r
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taken right around the 44. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense now with a short field ahead, 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. So now here are the Panthers with excellent field position to start off. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back to throw now on first down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words has really worked its way into.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, and deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers set to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Bucs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Draw play to Ford. To about the 33-yard line. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. He's had a pretty miserable first half. The pick 6 a moment ago, the second one he's thrown, and we're not to halftime yet. They will start this drive with Ford, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space, A loss results there.
Now Murray. And that will be incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Being chased out left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the 1st round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Well, CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play, and of course he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Forced out to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Let's go. Yellow, 43.
You must be getting tired of seeing
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
The coverage keyed in on him since that.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one.
Come on, D.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll kick things off down in the Bayou. NFC South matchup between Atlanta and New Orleans. And it's the Saints who are out in front. Tony Pollard, a force in that first half with 2 touchdown runs. From there, we head to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. The Niners locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, he's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Yellow, 22.
Watch the run.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Panthers. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Panthers just continue to roll.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Murray now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. To throw is Murray. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. That's complete to Mooney. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing just outside his own goal line. Returnable here from the 38. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
To throw again on second down. Murray. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he fields it cleanly. Penalty stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work on it so hard because the goal is to give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional first down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Murray now on first down. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Ford. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw going into the hands of Williams. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Murray. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing just about on his own goal line. That's taken it around the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Check
That one looks like he'll throw here. High throw, but the catch is made. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Point after try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
7 yards there and a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
2nd down and 3. Here's Murray. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Panthers, they remain as hot as anyone. 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Damn, it really must be so intimidating, but I gotta be great. That's the God up in me. Whoa, yeah.